So this is my review of the Mulberry Pocketbook in Congo leather, and I guess that most of you will know that Mulberry is it's a British firm that started out back in 1971, and it's gone on to become an icon in the leather accessories industry. And like many other firms, I guess it's been keen to make the most of the filofax organizer boom, and so they did that too. They still make them. They still make them now, and they're positioned at the top end of the market, as most of us know. But anyway, this is my binder. It's compatible with the filofax pocket size rings, but this one is taller. It's actually, look at this, if we compare this to the Portland, so Portland here, 14 centimetres tall, and this Mulberry Pocketbook is 15.3. So if you're like me and you like experimenting with custom sized paper and inserts, you can, if you're verging on personal sized paper in terms of the height, with just a centimetre cut off the top and bottom. So there's plenty of paper real estate compared to the Portland in this particular case. So but anyway, I'm waffling now. The most important thing for me, as you all know, is flatability. So it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. So I'd give this an 8 out of 10. It's certainly got some weight to it, so if you press down on it, then it's more or less flat, but it doesn't completely open and lie flat on its own. So I'd give it an 8 out of 10, but I'm happy with that. Now, strap. This strap, I really, really like this strap because, apart from the fact it's very, very good, very, very good quality, it has 2 positions. So these Prim poppers, Prim is the maker, I believe they're made of brass. They're very high quality, and there's some wear to the strap. But what I like about this is there's no cap to fall off. As we know, that is one of the afflictions of the filofax models, particularly the vintage ones. But in this particular case, you could conceivably see this binder in 50 years' time, and it will still look pretty damn good. Now, I actually prefer this. If you look at the Mulberry website and see the style of fastener that they use today across their range, both in the Agenda, which is the A5 version, and the Pocketbook, which is this version, they call it the postman's lock, and it sticks proud of the. I mean, it's nice. It looks fantastic. It's clearly a design. It's a style statement of the binder, but I prefer this very, very simple Prim popper. I think it's more functional, and for me, who uses this kind of binder as a working tool rather than as a fashion statement, then that works for me. Pen loop. There is a the word I would describe this pen loop is perfect, and there is a reason for that. I do not like the folded over thin leather that causes problems when you insert a pen hundreds and hundreds of times, and then the pen catches on it, and it's just a bit of a mess. But this is it's a single piece of unfinished leather, no hem, no fold over, but the quality of it means that it lends itself to this very minimal style, and it functions perfectly. It's a perfect fit for the standard filofax pen, so I suppose there's some compatibility there. Obviously, people with thicker pens, that's not so great, but it is what it is. You have to choose a particular size and stick to it. Anyway, this is absolutely identical to the diameter of a standard filofax pen. Perfect. I would say perfect. Okay, so pockets. Nice and simple. 2 left-hand full-length pockets, as you can see. The right-hand one, there's a full-length one, and then you've got these 4 card slots. But again, exquisite workmanship. Look at this. Look at this. Absolutely perfect. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a reason for these cutouts here, the way it's cut for functionality and style, but it's nicely executed. And if you're using one of these things every day, if it is your own particular binder, I don't use this every day because I've only just acquired it, but if I was using it every day, that sort of thing would bring a smile to my face, because I was thinking, nice, very, very nice. Okay, this is the thing that we all worry about, the rings. Well, there's nothing to worry about here. Crowels or crawls, just perfect. They're the standard 15mm size that we often find in pocket filofaxes. What more can I say? Just listen to that. Nice, very, very nice. So, what do I think about this? What am I concluding? Now, there's something about these Mulberry binders. I don't know the age. I emailed them, and they were very, very nice and polite and helpful, but they couldn't actually pin down a date, which I was a little bit surprised at. But they were very nice. They're nice people. Very, very nice people. I like the extra size, 1.3 centimetres taller, so that lends itself to custom sheets. If you're willing to go the custom size of paper route, then this could be something worth looking at, because maybe the pocket size is a bit too small and personal size is a bit too big. You could experiment with this and work something out. So if this was my one binder, I would definitely go the custom size. I want to go back to the 2-position strap, because just look at this, and just the comparison between the Portland and the Mulberry. Now, this makes this 2-position, this dual position strap makes an enormous difference to not just the style and the look of a binder, but the functionality, because it's just a very, very clean design, very, very clean. And what lends itself to the ability to carry this design off is the fact that you have that very, very flexible, exquisite, perfect pen loop that just tends to disappear out the way. It doesn't matter whether it's outbound or inbound in terms of the construction and the mounting. It just disappears. It's perfect. So that's probably the thing that I like about this most. It is that design of the strap that is just, it's just very, very functional and nice. When you compare it to the more traditional filofax, I actually prefer this style with a flexible, thin, minimalist pen loop and the dual position strap. So that's what I would like to see if filofax ever get around to doing this. That is something that I would really, really welcome. And I guess we need to think about the heritage. When we talk about heritage, we obviously have even filofax, they make a big play on their heritage, and it's very, very nice. And I do like the heritage thing, because we live in a digital world, but we cling on with some affection to the heritage of the analog world, especially when it's in leather as good as this. And there's a nice backstory to Mulberry. Roger Saul, award-winning designer, started this business on his kitchen table back in 1971, fiddling around with leather belts that he'd bought in Portobello Market and then sold to Bebo and other high-end businesses, boutiques. I mean, it's got everything. Okay, there was some politics involved with Mulberry later on, and now it's a multi-billion operation, and Roger Saul is no longer with the company. But this is stuff that I really, really love. And if you're handling this, whether it be a binder or a watch or a nice pair of shoes, it just makes you feel good, especially when it's a functional item that you could potentially use every day, and it leaves you with a smile as you're drinking your coffee and planning your day in the morning. So I'll leave it there because I'm waffling, but to sum up, this is simply a very, very nice thing.